Hey, what I be saying? Scandal, controversy, tragedy, mayhem. Keyshawn Davis gets exposed by his old team. Say it ain't so. In this video, we gonna break it down. What up, Fight World? It's your boy E going back with some more boxing. Mill City Boxing has an interview with Bernie the Boxer, known for his allegiance with Team Crawford and working closely with that side and Bomac. He said some very interesting things. So I'll put a link to Mill City's channel, but here's a quick snippet of the Keyshawn part. Roll the clip.
Yeah, but like I said, I didn't see no signs of that. I don't think none of us could have seen no signs of that in the preparing to the De Los Santos fight. I don't know that. Maybe in the fight before that, in the camp before that, the guys might have had to counsel about some things which I wasn't privy to and didn't hear anything about. But I know for the De Los Santos fight, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary for that fight. And like I said, he said he was drinking so much that's why he couldn't make the weight. And I never even heard that he drunk. I didn't never seen him take a drink. I never heard that he drink or nothing. And to drink every day during a training camp the way we put him in is crazy. I don't know how he was able to sustain himself.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hey, yo. He said, oh my gosh. That was funny. Bernie the Boxer said, the camp we put him through the ringer, I don't even understand how he was able to drink every day in camp and be good to even be training. I've already made a video about that. That sounds crazy. That you were drinking mental problems or whatever, drinking every day in class or class, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Camp.
For that time. And if I'm being honest, he wasn't 4 pounds overweight at first. He wasn't.
Ooh.
So,
Well, that's
Ooh.
news.
That's an
uh,
excludey. That's an
you
excludey.
know,
Mill City got an excludey. He said he wasn't 4
he
pounds.
decided that it wasn't a thing he wanted to. He decided he wasn't going to make the weight. So I don't know what that was a decision on him. Like I said, he basically said that he could have made the weight. He said in other interviews, he said I could have made the weight. He said that even when he was after the De Los Santos fight, he said it. I just didn't want to do it. So it was basically on him. He didn't want to make the weight. So whether he blamed it on drinking, whether he blamed it on the mental aspect of things, he just didn't want to make the weight.
I am so done with this generation. But before I get to the ego thoughts, I'm giving y'all the receipts. See, a lot of people, they want to talk boxing like boxing ego, but they not doing it because they don't show you receipts. You guys as fans, you need to start holding content creators responsible. Make them show you the receipts. A lot of people talk about this. Oh man, Tank Davis is arrested. Tank Davis's home got raided. But then you go to CNN, TMZ, you can't find none of this anywhere. Your boy Ego be showing you receipts. I just showed you. And I pay attribution like this is a Mill City interview. I don't be like taking away credit and all that. But more receipts. Boom. Keyshawn Davis, he obviously got wind of this interview from Bernie the Boxer, and he says, Bo Mac out here talking bad about me. Now Bernie out here talking bad about me. And all I had to say about them guys was positivity. I thought y'all were supposed to be the OGs in the game, but y'all out here doing what prospects do. Shaking my head. Anyways, new team, new date, better me. You feel me? Bro, let me cook. Turn me up, guru. I need some more of my vocals. Hold on. Let me cook. This generation, I keep telling you, chopped. They are chopped. For starters, this is one of my major questions with this new generation. Why do they care so much? Where did he get those wonderful toys? Wait till they get a load of me. Why do they care? Somebody in the comment section tell Boxing Ego in 2026 why this new generation is infatuated with responding and they care so much what other people said or did. If you have a new team, you should be training for the Jermaine Ortiz fight in 2 weeks. Why do you care what Bernie the Boxer or anybody got to say? You have a new team, a new mission, and what's the point? Like, you're no longer with these people. Who cares? It's the internet. He got an opinion. Let people cook. Let people talk. I don't get it. I've made recent videos about Clarissa Shields. Guo, great fighter, amazing skill, calling into radio shows, pretending to be somebody else, and check that video. I'll put a card at the end of this video so y'all can check that video. Literally calling into a radio show undercover, in disguise, incognito, you know what I mean? And you're doing this incognito call, pretending you're not you. I know Clarissa, and she has a great credit score. She doesn't have these money problems. Why y'all keep lying about me? I mean her. What are you doing? Like, what is up with this generation? Every time they got to respond to everything. Don't get it. Anyway, Keyshawn, this is what I've been telling y'all about the Edwin De Los Santos fight. Major L. Not only did you miss weight and get the fight canceled, I told you in my videos, you guys can check the content. They're still up. I don't duck or dodge or delete nothing. I told you that it looks bad for Keyshawn. You ducked Edwin De Los Santos. You seen the problems that he gave Shakur, who is a better defensive fighter than you, and you wanted some type of assurance or some type of advantage. That's what it was. Now your old team, who was in camp with you for that, they're like, I don't know about this drinking and stuff. He could have made the weight, but he chose not to make the weight. You can't be any more clear than that. So your old team, who was privy to that information and was there, put you on blast, said you could have made weight. And again, you got this whole new generation. They want to respond to everything. Notice the main accusation you didn't respond to. It says Bomac talking bad about me and Bernie out here talking bad about me. But if you have such a problem with it, one, why did you delete the tweet? But your boy Ego obtained it before you deleted it. Two, why not respond to what he actually said? He said you could have made weight and you weren't that far away from weight, but you chose not to make weight, right? You're talking about these people are talking bad about you. Defend yourself. Fight back, ninja. Fight back. You remember that clip where the dude's like getting wailed on and they like, fight back. Fight back. If you had, like, I don't even believe you need to respond to everybody. But if you feel that you need, like Clarissa and Keyshawn, why don't you defend, like, what people are saying? He's saying you could have made weight. Edwin De Los Santos is a dangerous puncher. You know what I mean? So it sounded like you wanted an advantage to go up in there with him. You needed some kind of advantage. You were like, nah, heck nah. And I said that from day one, and now his old teammate putting him on blast. And he don't defend it. He just say they talking bad. And you said Bomac is talking bad about you. I literally seen an interview where they asked him about Keyshawn and no longer, he said no comment. So I don't know where this alleged tape of Bomac talking bad about you. And if you do bad, don't be surprised if people critique you anyway. You literally did an interview with Roy Jones and Andre Ward talking about, oh, my mental was off. So I was on the bottle. I was drinking every day. Of course, people are going to have an opinion. If you're in the public eye and you put out some nonsense like that, supposed to be disciplined, how is Crawford like someone you look up to and a big bro, but you don't take one of Crawford's strongest attributes, which is discipline? You know what I mean? You don't take that. You talking about you were drinking every day in camp. It's your job, your obligation to make weight, and that's that. It is a very simple process. You signed on the dotted line, said you would fight Edwin. If the fight got canceled, it's your fault. Same thing I said with Ryan Garcia. Ryan, if his Devin fight got canceled, it would have been his fault. Devin's team made an egregious mistake because when Ryan was on Bull and missed weight, they paid him and said we could still whoop him. At that point, it's fair game. So I wouldn't have said nothing if they canceled the fight. But you can't continue to fight like Devin did, get whooped, and then say, hey, but you weigh too much. No. You can't have it both ways. But Keyshawn, his fight just got outright canceled. So that was the right call from Team Edwin De Los Santos. Why put your career, why risk for Edwin, I believe, a third loss potentially because your opponent's trying to like game the system or cheat with the weight stuff, right? And Keyshawn is not no little dude. He probably should have been at 140, maybe even 147. So this new generation is chopped. They respond, but then they respond without responding. You didn't respond to the statements being leveraged against you, but you somehow want to respond, and you got exposed. This is what the world already felt, and it's confirmation from Bernie, who was around at that point, that you could have made weight and you chose not to make weight. You know what I mean? And I don't know how these guys keep doing it where they have upcoming fights like Clarissa and Keyshawn or Shakur, you know, and they just keep kind of making themselves look bad before their big fight. Very bizarre, very weird. Use my link me for all your boxing news. I got you on the daily. 2026 is about to be different. You see it. You look at my thumbnails. We are not playing around. I'm advancing the technology for you, the boxing fans, to make it a more enjoyable experience. So if you want to buy into the Boxing Ego movement, multiple support links in my link me so you can support. If not, you can engage, and the algorithm typically likes that when you guys engage. So let me know what you think. I'm out.